so I just want to establish something out off the bat. Like, how much does like inclusivity of trans people in general matter to you?
Massively.
Okay, cool. What if I told you that like the differences that you're thinking of while there, especially between people who haven't taken hormones or undergone transitioning, are really minimized by several things. First of all, the one thing being that like not all sports are physical or combat based. And so it doesn't always rely on like physical differences to win. A lot of it's training, mindset, who's coaching you and all that stuff. If you're on a team, teamwork matters, for example, and coaching matters more.
I'm pretty sure that sports doesn't require a great deal of mental strength. Though it's not a mental agility. It's actually physical agility. And men are physically stronger than women. No matter how much of a thick neck, thick nose, comfortable shoe wearing, short haircut female you are, the man will be stronger than you.
What about chess?
Chess is...
I mean, you need a lot of brain power. Do men have more brain power?
No, of course not.
Okay, well, at least we established that.
But the Russians have more influence. This isn't about chess. This is about sport. Now, me and Brianna go to fight, and Brianna used to be called Bruce, and Bruce is hard as fuck. Bruce was a big fella. Brianna's a big girl. She wears bad makeup and she's got terrible hair. She's going to kick fuck out of me no matter how good I am, because that is just the original genetics. Whether or not Brianna feels like she should be Brianna is irrelevant when it comes down to it.
Okay,
if you shave a horse, you can't put it in a dog race and say it's a fucking dog, can you? Just because you've shaved it and it doesn't look like a horse.
In a sense, you're saying that genes are what wins sports, when like that kind of like is just offensive to athletes because they train really hard. They sacrifice a lot of things from their life to become top athletes.
Of course they do. That's why they shouldn't be pitted against somebody who's physically more capable because of their genetics.
What you don't seem to understand is that pound for pound, female muscle is the same as male muscle. There's no real difference. The difference is the fat to muscle distribution that we see between people.
But we're not killing them and chopping them off.
Mass that can be accumulated.
They're fighting each other. Listen, mate, if you shave a fucking horse and tell it it's a dog and put it in a dog race, the horse is going to win. Not because it's different, not because it's the same, but because it's a fucking horse that thinks it's a dog.
I think this sort of forgets how endogenous sex hormones like estrogen and testosterone work, where that actually changes the thing that does make men different from women in terms of muscle mass, which is the fat distribution. After 2 to 3 years of hormone, especially like feminizing hormones, men will have roughly the same muscle to fat ratio as cisgendered women.
Right.
So that would take away most of their competitive advantages. There are some things like myonucleation and ligament size that still have yet to be better researched, pardon me. But
because you've transitioned and you've got a pair of tits and a really bad fucking haircut and dreadful makeup and awful dress sense does not mean that you can compete in the Olympics against a female.
The hormones minimize a lot of the actual advantages that exist. And
Olympians should be natural. Let's put it that way.
The other things like bone density and all, well, I'm not making an argument if it's natural or not. These things like bone density and stuff like that don't really confer that much of a performance advantage. It's more of like a safety thing more than anything.
You would tell the women in the Olympics that got put in the boxing ring with all fucking Abu Hamza and his mate. You tell them that genetics make no difference.
Let me ask something. Has this trans athlete I think you just mentioned, have they ever lost to any cis woman? Because chances are they actually have.
I've no idea.
Well, like when I say chances are they have, I probably have, is like every transgender female or transgender woman athlete that I've looked at also loses matches to cisgender women, people who were assigned female at birth. And so that makes me wonder,
I think what matters is the Olympic medal.
Well, if they're dominating, but if they're dominating, how is it possible that they can lose?
I could kick fuck out the bloke next door, and the bloke could transition, and I could kick fuck out of him again.
That's not answering my question, though.
There's no question there. There's no question there.
Yes, there is. How are they losing? How are they losing if all that matters is conferred advantages?
They're not losing. They're winning in their eyes because they've become a lady, and now they're boxing at Olympic level against another lady.
Sure, that's called gender euphoria. But like,
okay, good stuff.
But in terms of statistics, they're not winning literally every single match. So it seems like your argument that
I'm sorry, there's no. You need to produce some sort of official source for that, because I could just quote statistics.
I'll let you finish if you let me finish. It seems like your argument.
Be quick though, because it's becoming.
It seems like your argument that all that matters is conferred differences is kind of bunk, given that these.
It's not conferred differences; it's genetic differences.
Are able to lose.
It's not conferred. It's not like, oh, I feel like I'm different. It's not like I feel like I'm different. It's
conferred
like I
means
used to have a
confirmed from
cock.
genetics.
I used to have a
Confirmed-
cock and I used to be really strong, and now that I've not got a cock, I'm now still really
conferred-
fucking strong.
Okay, you're getting really hung up on words here. Conferred just means conferred advantages from your genetics.
Don't explain to me what confer. Listen, you're
physiology.
American. We created the language. Don't tell me how to speak.
Well, yeah, maybe you should catch up then.
Oh,
Like if
maybe I should.
If the British are this stuck in the past, then I mean that's going to be our biggest disagreement.
I don't believe I'm a representative for the British. However, I represent myself, and what I will say is that if you're a man
I can be
and I'm a woman, and then you transition to being a
Britishness?
woman,
dude, you were just keeping my I'm saying dude. It's the same way everyone does, but you were just keeping my Britishness there. So like you kind of do represent Britain in a way.
I do it to you, yeah, obviously because I'm British.
Oh right, because as Canadians we're beneath you. So actually that does make sense.
No, I never said that. I didn't say Canadians are part of the empire. How could you possibly be beneath us? Don't be so ridiculous.
Are we though? Because like. Kind of.
I don't know. This argument's not about whether Canadians are better or worse than Americans or equal to British.
Debate.
We're talking about.
I already won the trans debate, so
we're talking about the ladies and the gentlemen fighting as ladies and ladies in the Olympics.
Okay, if you want to lose again, then go ahead.